All right, 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 all right. Hey, where is everybody? Hey, where is everybody? Hey, where is everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome to day three of the Becoming Summit 4.0. It's been an amazing journey for the last 2 days, 11th, 12th, and today is the 13th of April, day three of this summit. And it's been amazing. I mean, our speakers from the last 2 days have simply been mind blowing, like the way that they've just come and shared from their hearts, shared their stories, shared their insights, dropping nuggets, giving us hot as it is hot. Yesterday was just explosive, right? And I'm looking forward to the conversation tonight. Tonight might not be like boom, boom, because yesterday we had fire. What was it? Enfema was a firebrand. Grace amazingly was ginger mama. Then you now had energetic EJ. So it was more like energetic ginger fire. It was hot. It was hot here yesterday. Honestly, we could have been here yesterday for 6 hours straight and we would not get tired because they just kept dropping. Like Rema was just dropping, flying like left, right, center, right? And thank you for all of you who attended yesterday. I hope you got value. I hope you got value. So please, today again, if you're just joining us, please let me know in the comments. Say hi in the comment. Let me know who is here. Who is here? Let me know where you're connecting from. Let me know your name. Okay, I can see your name if you type in the comment section now. I'll be able to see your name. But let me know where you're connecting from. And what are your expectations tonight? Let me know if you were here for day one or two. Say, hey, we are back. All right. Type we're back if you have attended day one or day two. But if today is your first time, let's say we are here. Let's welcome you. You are welcome in the name of the Lord. You are welcome in the name of thy Lord. I can see all over you thy glory of thy Lord. You are welcome in the name of thy Lord. Hi, Virginia. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, darling. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Courage. Yes. Courage. Why are you saying hi? Courage is to be saying we are back because you were here yesterday giving me vibes, scribbling in the comment section for me. So I greet you, Courage. Thank you for being courageous to be here again on day three. Welcome, 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 Virginia. Inyatira, thank you for being here. It's good to have you here today. So, where are you connecting from? Courage, I know Courage is connecting from Bielsa, if I am not mistaken. Exactly. Now you got it. Now you got it, Courage. If I'm not mistaken, Courage is from Bielsa. So as you join, let us know where you're joining from. And just keep the comments section buzzing. That is how our speakers also know that they are speaking to you and what they are saying is actually, hitting you in the right spot. Okay. Again, this is what we're here to do today. We're here to talk about resilience. Hi, Suri's Place. Hi, Series Place. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. Where are you joining from? Please feel free to type that in the comment section to let us know where you're joining from. Now we're talking about resilience. Resilience. Yes. I see you, Adedayo Adekemi from Lagos. Thank you for joining us. Hey, GPS in the building. Hey, GPS in the building. GPS all the way from Dubai. Welcome, welcome, sis. Thank you for being here. It's amazing having you here. Thank you so much. All right. So, guys, also you can feel free to share the link. Just if you see on YouTube right now, you see the arrow that goes like this. Click on that arrow and share it to your WhatsApp status, to your WhatsApp groups. If you are already in the energetic tribe, if you're already a member of the energetic tribe, you'll be in the WhatsApp group already. Also, you can copy the link from there and you can share to your WhatsApp status and invite somebody to join us here. Oh, Virginia is also from Dubai. Thank you, Virginia, for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome, awesome. All right. Oh, my Dubai people are here. Hey, Sari's place from Dubai. My Dubai people are here supporting us tonight. God bless you. I mean, it's late, but you're here. So I celebrate you. Thank you so much. Okay, Courage says from Abakaliki. Oh, okay. I thought it was Biasa yesterday. Okay. Maybe I'm mistaken. I'm sorry. But welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Right. So we're talking about resilience. And in the last 2 days, we've looked at what resilience means. And I love how all our speakers have personalized it to say, for me, this is what resilience means to me. It means strength. It means the ability to go through hard things and come out better, and go through again and come out better. And Ifoma said something yesterday saying that, see, when you go through a challenge and you come out of it, it means that you are bigger than the challenge. That is, if you go through a challenge and you learn from the experience, you become bigger than the challenge. But if you don't learn from that experience, the challenge is bigger than you. And that means that you might have to be, you might have to experience it over and over again until you learn the lesson that you need to learn from it. So tonight again, we're here to explore from our speakers, another amazing time of telling us what resilience means to them, as well as sharing a particular story of how they went through a challenging season in their lives and what they did to overcome it and how they applied resilience to their own lives. All right, so are you ready to meet my guest for today? I have two beautiful sisters in the house, and I'm so delighted to be sharing the stage with them tonight. I'm going to say a little bit about them and then I'll bring them up. First up is all the way from Nigeria, my tall giant. Hey, this lady is tall. First time I met her, I felt like a baby. I was at her waist level. What? She's a giant, but a beautiful, calm giant, a an impact-driven giant, somebody who I know personally have been through a lot, and yet she stands tall to become a source of hope to people, to become a beacon of light to people, to become a source of inspiration to many young people of the African descent and expanding to the global world. Like this lady, she's just amazing. She has a community of over 40,000 young people who are looking up to her, who are expecting so much for her. And yet, I love how she handles it. She lets them know, see, I am as human as you are. So you better don't put me on any pedestal, because if you do, if I fall down, that's your fault. Like if I fall down from the pedestal, you put me. You are the one who put me in your own pedestal, because I did not climb any any pedestal for you. And so I love her simplicity. I love her honesty. I love her vulnerability. And it comes through. And every time you have a conversation with her, you can feel her genuineness, right? And it's just beautiful. And I'm glad that she's here today to share some of her story. And my second guest, this woman, she's a bundle of talent. She's, I can call her the life of the party, right? Because she's always bubbly. Like, oh, EJ, let's do this, EJ, let's. She's the life of the party. She's a super amazing content creator. What? Indira, you cannot be around this woman and not create content. It's impossible. It flows in her blood. She's so good with it. She's so good with ideas, content creation. She's a businesswoman to the core, and I celebrate her. I celebrate the gift that she is to me and to the community that we have here in Dubai. So I have Indira Segini all the way from Kazakhstan. Well, she's in Dubai, but all the way from, I hope it's Kaka. I used to not know how to pronounce that according. She will come and pronounce it by herself. Is it that Kyrgyzstan or Kazakhstan? It's one of the stands. All right. So so she's here. She's a travel blogger. She's a businesswoman. She's a serial entrepreneur. She owns a catering services. She owns an event company. She owns a hotel in Maldives. So when next you're traveling to Maldives, if you want a plug for a cozy home hotel that you can stay in the Maldives, call on Indira. Okay, you can call on me and I will connect you with Indira. Right? She also has. She and her husband owns like a luxury um, car car shop here in the UAE where they pimp amazing ride, like luxury ride, like Lamborghini. Ferrari. So if I want to pose now, I'll just go to their workshop and pose with cars that on a good day to send me. So this is amazing that we're having this conversation. And you look at these both women that I'm bringing up in a short while. You will look at them from far, you see the work that they are doing online, and it feels like, oh, life is easy for them. Like they have life easy. We're about to hear some of the uneasy parts of their stories. So I hope you're ready. If you're ready, please type in the comment section. Say type ready, 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 ready as I bring up my guest on the stage. Say ready, ready. If I don't see ready, I will just tell them, please, sisters, go and have a very good night rest. Enter the duvet on the AC and put on Netflix. If you don't want them to go, you want them to come and share, please type ready in the comments so that I can bring them up. Come on, guys. Let me know you are here. Don't leave me alone. Don't leave me. Please don't leave me alone. I'm not on my own. Where is everybody now? Type now. Is there a lag? Is there a delay? Okay, I see. Uh-huh. I see ready. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Adekemi. Thank you, thank you. Awesome. Without further ado, let me bring on stage my beautiful sisters. Hello. Hi.
Hi. The energetic EJ, you're always energetic. Always. Never a time that you're not energetic.
Ooh,
Wow.
ooh, ooh. Wow, good
Oh
to
my
have you here.
goodness.
Good to have you here. Thank you. Thank you. I know you both are busy. I forgot to mention that Indira is a mom of three kids, and two of them are
Wow.
twins, and they are babies, like young toddlers. So for her to be
Wow.
doing this, it means a lot to me that she has to just run away from the kids to be able to do this. So thank you, Indira, for being here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I'm so much happy to be here. I'm so much proud to be here. Thank you so much for hosting this event, this streaming, for letting us share our like stories, and maybe somehow we can be somehow inspiration for someone because really we went through a lot of things, and yeah, happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, absolutely fantastic. I love it. Okay, so let's dive into the conversation because I wouldn't want to keep you here for too long as well because you need to go back home to your babies. And my darling Favor here has had a long day, so I'm sure she needs to probably close eyes to rest. All right. So let's start with the question that I've asked all my guests, and I know that it's easy to just say, "Oh, this is what resilience means," but I feel like I've spoken to four ladies already, and they have their different ways of saying, "You know what? This is what resilience means to me." So I'm going to ask you the same question. When you hear the word resilient, what does it mean to you?
Please go
Indira,
ahead. I'll pass the mic for you first.
all right.
Chinaza,
Yeah.
please. Chinaza, you're here with us.
Yes, I'm here. I'm
Yes,
here.
please.
Yes.
Go ahead. I want to listen for you first.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for having me, IJ. EJ. Thank you so much. So, for me, resilience is the dictionary meaning of it, but I have a deeper understanding of what it means to me, right? It simply means bouncing back. But what does bouncing back after a fall, after an adversity mean? It is learning what did not work before and knowing how to get better next time. It is understanding what made you to fall in the first place, understanding where you made a mistake, where understanding the roles that every other element, including you, made in your fall, in your setback, and committing to correcting that mistake the next time, right? I also see resilience as knowing, I love this, it is a recent mantra that I have, and it's been helping me a whole lot. And it is that resilience simply means that my best years are not behind me. And because my best years are not behind me, because my best experiences have not happened to me, I don't have to remain where I fell. So I keep my eyes ahead because I'm sure that yesterday doesn't hold my best experiences. So I look for ways to improve my experience, improve my existence, improve the things that I do. I look for ways to find worth in myself, in my craft, and in everything that I do. And then looking at what made me to fall the last time, how I fell last time, and choosing not to fall into those potholes again. So, really, resilience to me is knowing that my best years are not behind me because a good number of time people remain where they fell because they think that there's nothing else to look forward to. Yeah, they think that nah, this is the end of me. But really, is it really the end of you? Is it? And if you look at it critically, you see that it is really not the end of you. Well, I'm going to share a couple of things as we journey in this conversation, but reflection and introspection has helped me to see that what I thought were setbacks actually were stepping stones. They were not really setbacks. So
Setbacks.
resilience is being able to see that because when those things are happening to us, we don't necessarily see how they could be instrumental in our growth and in launching us to our next levels. But if we have this mindset that no, your best years are not behind you. If you have this mindset that this can be a stepping stone, you start to see how it can be a stepping stone. So that is just simply, in
What
very plain terms, what resilience means to me.
means for you? Fantastic. I love it. I love it. Indira.
So, for me, resilience, I think that most of all, it's like overcoming your fears. Because I will tell you, from my point of view, personal view, that whenever we are facing any challenges in our lives, uh, it's because we have our fears in our heads, in our mind. So, which means that whenever you have any fears, it's some, like, let's say, something coming from your, let's say, childhood, maybe from some difficulties in your life, maybe from your family, maybe someone transferred to you some vision, right? Again, EJ, you mentioned that I'm a mother, right? So basically, we are growing with our families, which it means that our parents and our families, they're transferring them vision to us from our childhood. So, which it means that it's growing with us. So, again, whenever we're facing types of challenges, it means that this is something within us, inside and very deep, and we have to find it and to overcome it. Because whenever we have, I believe that whenever we face anything, I really believe that we were like bringing it and attracting it ourselves. So I believe in the law of attraction as well. So which it means like yes, it's overcoming yourself, overcoming your fears, overcoming any objections in your mind, analyzing whatever you have, whatever you did in your life, to see as if you were right there or wrong, and again, like not to, let's say, try to tell that someone was the,
The
let's say,
cause.
the
Or to
cause.
blame someone else.
Exactly, exactly. The cause of these problems or whatever you're facing in this life. So yeah, I have also a couple of stories which I'm really happy to share because this was something like, discovery for me, because like whenever we are expecting from someone and you think that someone is the cause or he is the one who bring these difficulties in your life, at the end of the day it's just our reflection of what we have, and the way how we behave and how we look at this thing. So yeah, like again, of course, it's like whenever you are going out anything you have, any types of challenges. And believe me, guys, we went through a lot of things. So yeah, this is what I feel. Answer. Yeah.
Fantastic. I love it. I love it. Again, I love how you both put it, like you said, Indira, that, when you think about resilience, you think about, see, knowing that whatever it is, the challenges I'm going through, I probably attracted it. And this
Exactly.
could be a thing of something that was also transferred to me by the people that I grew up with or the people in my surrounding. So it's you coming to terms with it to say, okay, what is it that has been transferred to me that I'm also emitting that is now attracting the kind of experiences that I have in life? So understanding that and then reworking those things to say, okay, no, this is not serving me. How can I make it go away? How can I begin to attract the things that I really want for my life? I love it. I love it. And favor, just like say is knowing that there cannot be a better yesterday.
Yeah.
There cannot be a better yesterday. Something. Can you hear the sound?
Yeah, yeah. There is something like disturbing.
Yeah, there's a sound. I can't. I don't. I'm not sure. Um. Okay, let's try and mute our mics and just be sure. I've unmuted mine. Okay. Favor. Is your earpiece, is earpiece now? It's not Bluetooth. Now that said maybe the battery is low or something.
No,
Ah, it's better.
if I take it out, can you hear me now? The
Yes,
noise is still there,
clearly.
right?
No, no, no.
Okay, okay.
It's clear now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very
Okay,
clear,
sorry
very
about
nice.
that. Okay.
Oh, it's back again.
So if I take it out, it's going to be more noisy, but I don't know what sound you hear.
Okay, it's like a humming sound.
Is it better now?
Yeah. It's still kind of there, but yeah.
So maybe you can
So
go ahead without the
Oh,
headphones.
nothing is connected now.
Ah, okay.
Ah,
yes.
so where could it be coming from?
And I can't
Hmm.
hear the noise. I can't hear the sound.
Yeah, you can hear the sound. Okay, let's see if we're able to by just ignore the sound and listen to what we're saying. Can you guys hear us? If you can hear us clearly, the sound is there, but yeah. What could be the
Really
issue?
bad.
Because it's
Let me
bleeping
see
like
again.
it's okay, yeah, yeah. Let's see whether if you change it. Because it's sounding static. It's sounding static. So is a call trying to come
Is
in, or
this
is there a
better?
speaker close to the phone? Can you hear me?
Now it's fine.
Yeah, it's no longer there. But I think our video is frozen.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe it's a network problem. Okay, guys, please bear with us. These things happen. We're gonna it's going to be sorted out in a bit. All right. So while we wait for Favor to come on board, let's go on. Indira, can you share with us one event or maybe a loop or a series of events that you went through that you felt like, oh my God, how am I supposed to survive this? But somehow you survived it. What did you do and how did you survive, or how did you come out of such experience?
Yes, sure. I even can't find which one of them to share because there was a lot of things actually. Yeah, it's true. So basically, my like in very short, like my story, how I shifted in UAE. Actually, I built the one of the biggest catering companies in my country, in Kazakhstan. By the way,
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan. Yes, some of sounds right. So yeah, I built the biggest company, catering company, food and beverage. I have a huge experience and a background in F&B field. So basically, I came up with the idea like I had a partner, of course, and I came up with the idea like, hey, guy, we really grow that much. There is nowhere to grow within my country, right? Because we were serving the biggest events, we were serving the events for presidents of different countries. For you to understand the scale, right? So of course we started to think where we can relocate, not
Mm.
actually relocate but extend our business like to grow. So I was thinking like started from USA, of course, like everyone I think. Then like we were thinking about Europe, but I came up with understanding that Europe somehow it's a kind of a, for catering services it's not something which we need, because we need some regions, or let's say mentalities, who loves to eat, who are very open, so that's why we came up with the idea to shift, not to shift, to open our, let's say, branch in UAE, in
Mm.
UAE generally. So uh, it was really, really nice experience. But anyways, we came here to start our business, and we decided to start from building and opening a restaurant. And I will tell you guys, I'm Kazakh. My nationality is Kazakh, right? And all Kazakh people, as I understand now, because I have a lot of sisters and brothers from Nigeria, we almost same. Like we love this luxury lifestyle. We want to show that we have a lot. So the same thing for us. So that's why we came here, and we are like, we are going to open the most luxury restaurant in here. We came here with the, let's say, with the good amount of money, like as investment, right? So of course, what we did with we came to Abu Dhabi. That time I met with the ambassador, and of course he just like suggested to do it in Abu Dhabi. So basically, living in Abu Dhabi for 6 long years. And we came here, and of course, I found the most luxurious place which is like available. It's in Rim Island. Those who know Abu Dhabi, they can understand the level of the area. Then we rented out like a super huge space, which is like around 400 square meters, which is it's huge, because as our plan, it was like to do a restaurant and a catering kitchen for catering, right? So we started to do so. I was super fresh. I never knew about any, let's say, underwater stones, or how it's called, like available in there here on the market. So we started to go ahead, like we started to spend. I did a lot of work, like around the year I was busy with engineering, with designing, with starting, because it was like shell and core. So basically what happened, we were not able to complete this project, and we spent around 600,000 US dollars. It's a huge amount. It's a huge amount. And at that time, since I don't know, by the way, in my country, in Kazakhstan, we never use checkbooks, like only cash, or like cards, payments, and so on. But here I was like, I was not thinking that it's something really, guys, serious. So whenever they need checks, I was like, I was giving my checks, you know. And at the end of the day, I had a lot of contractors who was building, the guys who engineering team, the guys who is like the landlord, and of course the rent price. It was crazy amounts, and I gave checks for 5 years up front, for you to imagine. Yeah, and it's like millions. It's millions. So we start to face challenges, like we start to let's say finish our money, and we start to go into debt. We start to borrow, and I was like, at some point I was like, we have to stop, we're not able to continue. And I was talking to my partner at that time. I was like, please, let's stop. Whatever we will lose, it's better to lose than to go to jail, because it's in UAE, it's a really, really serious case whenever you're giving checks and it's not cashable, right? So he's like, no, 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 we need to continue. And we were continue till like the last point when it was like really, really, really difficult. And at the end of the day, I had a very serious issues with my partner, and he just literally left me with all of these checks, with all of these responsibilities, commitments in front of the government, in front of the those for whom we should pay. And I was like sitting, and that time I met my husband, and he's like, I will kill him, right? Like it's not like I will kill your partner. How he can leave you? You are lady, you're young, and you're in other country. You don't know the language, you know. So I was like, yeah, but somehow I understood. I understand that it was like it was a really serious case, but that time, as just said, I remember the day when I went to the landlord, and I was like, because I was asking him keep going to extend for me to extend the grace period where we are not paying for the rent, you get. And he extended for me almost like for 9 months. And I remember the last day when I was like, done. There is nothing to give, and there is no chances to bring some from somewhere any types of investment, because we are like still we need a big amount of money. And I started to cry. Literally, I was sitting. He is a very big guy. He is owner of 6 towers in Abu Dhabi. He is like really wealthy local Emirati. And I started to cry, and he's like, no, 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 don't cry. Everything will be okay. Don't worry. We'll sort it out. And because I came to the room, and I was like, I was ready for everything. Literally. Like, okay, he'll put me in jail. I don't have any, choices. I will go to jail. And I was like contacting my partner, and he just blocked the number. He stopped to answer me. It was like, wow, how come the guy he could do this? And we were together like brother and sister for 8 years, and we built a lot of things in Kazakhstan. So I came, and what finally I solved the problem. That's why I'm here sitting with you. Very beautiful, very nice, very successful. Yeah, and this is how we're going out from any types of challenges in our life. So I solve it, and I solve it actually thanks to God, of course, because without help and support from the skies, I won't be able to do this. And of course, I just sit down and I start to think, okay. And thanks to my ability to build relations with the people surrounding me, I was able to go out of this thing. So literally, like within like 3 to 5 months, I returned back all my checks, because I was able to talk to people to explain, because I already started to build my relations before, when I just hired them as a contractors, when I start to talk to the landlord, to the owner of the tower. And somehow, thanks to my ability to build the relations, I go out of these things. So that's why I'm telling you that it's very important to have to build relations, and the good relations. It's not something like you are good when you need something. No, you are good always. So in this case, you will be able to go out of any types of challenges you're facing, because at the end of the day, all of us we're humans. All of us we can have something, right? But whenever we have our friends, our relations, you are able to sort out the issues. So this is how
Yeah.
I came out from the. It's like only one thing which I had, but maybe there is a favor she wants to add something from her own side.
Wow, wow, wow. That was something. I'm just wondering, wow, how you were able to. I mean, I understand. I know that it's easy now. Most of the times when we say these stories in retrospect, it's easy to narrate them and say, "Oh, thank God I came out." But like, I'm sure when you were going through it, you did not think you were going to come out of it. And I can just imagine. But I love how you said, you know what, leveraging relationships actually helped you to be able to overcome this adversity. And so for me, the message here is that, see, as you go through life, like you said, Don't be good when you want something from others. Just be a good person.
Exactly.
Be a good person and be and build solid relationships, because you never can tell when they're going to come in handy. You never can tell when it is going to be like your last straw, your final straw to help you out of a very devastating situation. So build relationships. So in fact, the lesson I learned there from your story is that relationships can actually help with resilience, because when you have the right relationships in place, when you're facing adversity, even when you feel like I'm done, like I'm giving up, your relationship has the capability to kind of shield you or borrow you strength to be able to go through that challenge and face it and come out on the other side. So fantastic share you have there. Thank you so much for sharing. Wow. Okay. Every disappointment is a blessing in disguise. Absolutely. Absolutely. Courage. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. Now let's come to you. Favor. Please share with us. I know you have pockets of adversaries,
You know it.
but I'm sure that there is one that when you even heard the theme of the event and you said yes to it, some one of those stories would have come to mind. Like, you know what, I would love to share from this point of view. So please share that story of resilience, that adversity that you went through that you thought this is it, but you were able to, or how you were able to overcome it.
Okay, so before I tell my story, I have to say, Indy, thank you so much for sharing your story. Thank you so, so much. I can really relate when you talked about relationships, because recently I had an experience that almost broke me. And it was the person, well, a few people in my life that reminded me of what I'd forgotten about myself and told me you cannot give up now. Like, look at all the things that are on the line. You just cannot give up now. And I'm naturally a resilient person, but there are times when I would just feel like giving up. But the people in my life actually make it their point of duty to remind me, Chinaza, look at you, you overcame this, you overcame that. Look at what is on the line. Look at what is at stake. And we believe, I know that you can get through this, and we find a way around it. So, like resilience, like you said, is not just about bouncing back by yourself. You need strength, you need support to be able to do that. And I'm so glad you shared from that point of view. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, about my story, many people know me as this girl who is a good writer, who always smiles. And good thing is, my smiles are genuine. But then that doesn't negate the fact that I've had serious experiences that broke me completely, and I didn't think I was going to make it. And one that I love to share every time is a story that everybody knows. EJ, you know about it, and it's my journey to being a single mom, becoming a single mom. When I was going through a very difficult time, mine wasn't a financial challenge. Mine was a marital challenge. Leading to that point, I'd gone through a lot. Like, those are stories for other days. But when I eventually got married, everything became rocky. Gosh. Wow! And just when I thought that things couldn't get any worse, they actually got worse. Like we saw on social media, the pressure is getting worse. Things actually got worse. And I did not know where to turn. I was not the kind of person who would share what I was going through with people. So I stomached everything to myself, and it was killing me. I tried to seek therapy. I couldn't find any therapist in my location, and I was dying. My goodness. And that's actually one of the reasons I chose to be a psychologist, so I can be what other people could not find when they were in my situation. So I became suicidal, and I attempted suicide 3 times. I once asked my followers, what do you think would make a mother have a baby in the back seat and drive at 140 kilometers per hour? My followers were like, oh no, she must be possessed. Something is wrong with her. This and that. Many of them attributed it to spiritual um, causes, but they didn't know I was asking questions about myself. Though I had come out of that phase, but just wanted to see into their minds what they thought. Because when I came out, I was asking myself, how could you even think of this? Knowing that even now I can't even live without my baby. What were you thinking? Having him on the back seat, in the back seat, and you are driving at 140. All I was hoping then was to crash. I was just hoping that we'd crash into maybe an upcoming vehicle or anything. I would get to a junction and I would even press on the throttle harder so that whatever that is coming would hit on it. But God was just saving me. 3 good times I did that, He saved me. I said, okay, since you don't want to, because I was telling you to fix whatever that was wrong with my marriage. I was done. I had prayed, I had fasted, I had done everything I knew to do. It was not working. And then I said, okay, since you will not do that, I took my postnatal medication because I was still breastfeeding at the time. I took the remainder of my postnatal medication. I took all of them in one sitting, and then I breastfed my baby and went to bed, hoping that I would not wake up the next day. I actually woke up the next day, and I remember being very mad at God, like, why? Why did you wake me up? I don't know how my baby fed because he's the kind that doesn't sleep more than 5 minutes. But I don't know how he managed all through the night for almost 6 hours until I woke up. I did not hear any cry. Even if he was crying, I'm sure I was under the influence of the medication. I don't know what happened, but I woke up. So the third time I attempted suicide was when I said, okay, finally I have to end this. I researched which vein do I cut on my wrist that is assured to help me to bleed to death. I'd written my suicide note to my baby's father, told him what I wanted, apologized. And I told him I don't want anybody to know what killed me. Just take care of our baby, all right? So I took my knife. I had finished breastfeeding my baby. I kept him in the bed. Usually, when you are done breastfeeding babies, they sleep off. Yeah? But my baby was supposed to be sleeping. Immediately, I took the knife to cut myself. Something told me to look at my baby because I love him so much. Something told me to look at him. I did, and it was as if somebody was talking to me through his eyes. I shouldn't do what I want to do. That if anything should happen to me, nobody will be able to show up for him in the way that I would. And that was the only reason I dropped that knife for that moment, because I kept it in that room for 1 week, just in case I changed my mind again. But in that moment, that was why I dropped the knife. I started crying. I carried my baby, and I fed him again. After 1 week, I just kept it there because I got a new knife. I kept the knife in the kitchen, and that was when I decided, you know what? I'm done with this marriage. I'm done seeking validation from someone who doesn't care. I'm done trying to be the best wife, and I'm not being appreciated. And this was happening when I was 22, so I was pretty young. And I took a walk. I took a long walk and I've not looked back. I took a walk not having up to 1,000 naira in my account. I don't know how much that is worth in dirhams, but I took a walk not having 1,000 naira in my account. My sister helped pay for my flight ticket and that of my baby. And we came to Lagos. And I broke down, of course, because the marriage had done lots of damage to me, my mental health, my self-esteem. I was a shadow of myself. I wouldn't even look in the mirror. I was that damaged. And over the years, I started finding my voice again, because when those were happening, I was not even active on Facebook because he was having issues with me being active on Facebook. So as I started to find my voice again, I started to gain confidence in myself because I knew I had a message. I just love to inspire people, and telling me not to do that was more like killing me. So I couldn't wait to come back, but I didn't have the strength to. When I finally was able to gain that strength to come back, I did. And gradually, my self esteem, my sense of worth started coming back. And, you know, looking back, it just didn't make sense. It doesn't make sense why I would want to take my life. Why I would want to abandon my baby boy, whom I can't even imagine my life without right now. But those are the things that happen when you're in the valley. You don't really see. You don't see the lights at the end of the tunnel. Like, why am I even in this tunnel in the first place? I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here. And the truth is, because of what happened, I gained more wisdom than I would have ever been able to gain in 2 years. I was an adult biologically, but I became an adult in 2 years,
Grew up
in one year.
fast.
I grew so fast that when I talk with people, they're like, where did you get all this wisdom from? Like, it's from adversity.
Mm.
It was from adversity. And I was telling somebody last week, I said, if not for what I went through in my marriage, I would be so comfortable with mediocrity. I wouldn't have been able to find what my life's purpose is because he was a very rich man. And I would relax because everything was already provided for me in a way. So what's there to pursue? There wouldn't be anything more to pursue. After all, at the end of everything, all we want to get is money. All we want is financial independence, right? So I'm grateful that that happened. Well, I'm not happy that it happened, but I'm grateful that it's happened. I'm grateful for the lessons that I learned. I'm grateful for the people that I'm able to connect with now because of my story. Because at some point, I remember asking God, even from the time I was born, why did you allow these things to happen to me? I think I shared this with you in one of our conversations, and he said,
Podcast, yeah.
if I could allow my son to go through the course, who are you? That sometimes what we go through is for us to is for others, basically, because there are people that you can only connect with your story.
With
There are
your
people that you
story.
can only relate with. There are people that you can only help if you
Because
were
you have
once
been
in their
through.
shoes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So right now I'm more empathetic. I'm sure I wouldn't have been this empathetic and compassionate if not for what
If
I
you didn't
went
go
through.
through. Yeah.
I wouldn't be this less judgmental if not that I have already experienced what it means to be judged
Judged.
to death. Yes. And I'm so grateful that because of that, I've been able to build a community of kind people, a community of compassionate people, a community of people who are human. And I'm grateful that because of of that experience, I am now in a position to help others. I'm already in that path, on that path, but I am training to be officially certified
Mm.
to help others because I already have the experience. I already have some hands-on experience here to help them, but I know that there are tools I would need to help them and to be who I could not find when I was in those dark
Dark
moments.
moments.
So,
Wow.
that showed me that I'm actually stronger than I thought I was. In all honesty, so I've also had more experiences after that, but nothing comes close to that. Nothing.
Mm. Mm. I
Because
love
I
it.
have built a tough skin. I have grown so much that many times I'm like, if this did not break me, you cannot break me.
You can't.
Talking
You
to
can't.
that challenge I'm going through.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Wow.
it has helped me to build this muscle that I need for my journey, and I'm so grateful for everything I have.
Wow. Wow. I love it. I love it when you said you are grateful for what happened. You're not happy about what happened, but you're grateful that it happened because it happened, you are now a better person for it. And I remember recording a content of mine that is going to go out soon in a couple of days, saying that, see, the fact that your past did not kill you, it means you have won already. Because there's the saying, what didn't kill you would make you
Makes you
stronger.
stronger.
So the fact that he did not die means you are stronger. So why are you staying? Why are you staying in
Why
the
are you staying
past?
there?
Yeah, why are you staying there? You already moved. That's why you're
Yeah,
still alive. It didn't kill you, it didn't break you, it didn't destroy you. Then it means
yeah,
that you won. So why not live in that victory? Why allow
yeah.
the thoughts of it to hold you down and make you feel like you're still defeated? Wow. Thank you so much for even being vulnerable enough to share that part of your story. Yeah. So let us go into some practical sharing before we close this off. I'll go back to you, Indira. When you shared your story and everything, if you were to say, because some people, the way we learn differs from each other, right? So for some people, they like things in explain to them in numbers, or to say, oh, point one, point two, point three. So if you were to summarize some of the things that you did, if you were to share it as tools or ways that people can face adversity, what would you share? So if you're going to say, you know what, this is what worked for me. I'm not saying this is the universal answer, but this is what works for me. And this is what I've been applying with other adversities that I've faced. What are some of those things that you can share with us?
So first of all, it's trust in God. Definitely, it's the first thing. Second thing is stay positive always. Whatever will happen with you, just stay positive. Just smile, because I believe that in any situation there is a way to go out of the situation, and it's a matter of your decision. Just whenever you are taking a decision to go right or left, this is going to be an outcome. And I will tell you, I always tell that it's better to try and regret than not to try and regret. So that's why it's applicable for anything, for any situation, for any adversity you will face, right? So that's why just keep your, like, stay positive, trust in God, trust in yourself, and of course keep going.
Hmm.
This is the only thing which will let you to go out from any situation. Of course, like, Favor, you shared something really, like, I had goosebumps literally, because, like, I never went through something really really super bad like you are sharing. Yes, actually, I had the first marriage, and he was like really very interesting person. I don't like to share it in other words. So yeah, there was everything. I swear, there was everything. But it's a matter of your decision. So, Favor, for instance, like, listening for you, for your story, it was your decision. You see, whenever we have something, it was your decision. As you're sharing your story, and you look to your son, and you took a decision at that right moment, like, no, you get. So in any situation, with whatever we face in our life, like, you are the one who decide, I will go to make suicide, I will die, or no, I will go to live, and I will be happy. You get? You understand? This is like something really, really deep inside us. Because at the end of the day, all of us, we are human beings, and all of us, we have some struggles and some issues in our life. Not everything is so much easy as it looks, as it shown in our social media pages, which we create really, really very carefully. Because, guys, I will tell you, in my country, in my home country, and my husband, he's Egyptian, by the way, and in his country, everybody literally thinking that we are super billionaires, but they don't know what's happening in reality. I will tell you. So again, like, as Ejisha mentioned, like, I'm all my life I'm into business, and I'm in love. I love this. I'm passionate of doing business. I'm trying this and trying that. Even like the guest house, which she mentioned, like, which we have in Maldives. It's like I'm very impulsive person. If I need it, I will go to grab it. And I'm not thinking, uh, overthinking, because I'm thinking, like, I will try it. It will go well. Good. No, it's fine. I'll just through it, and I'll go forward. You get? This is my position in my life. I'm really positive. As your favorite also mentioned, you are really positive. EJ, is super hyper positive person in life. Really, I swear. So this thing really helps anyone, because if we go to start to, like, blame the world, blame the government, blame our family, our parents, our husband, our kids, our life, it's like, again, it's your choice whether you want to blame someone or you want to take a decision to go out of any shit that's going on in your life, right? So that's why, again, my words is just to trust in God. He will do everything for you. He's doing everything every time for us. Just keep asking. Whatever you want to ask, you should ask. And by the way, this is the most important thing. I'm always grateful. I'm always thanking God for whatever I have in my life. Even though I'm going through any types of challenges in my life, I'm thanking him for these challenges, because this is going to bring me for something new, for something for different level. It will give me wisdom, it will give me experience, it will give me, knowledge about something. Because if he brings something in my life, it means that I must went through this. And this is how I'm accepting any situations in my life, really, I swear. So that's why I stay positive, because even if you have something, it means, and another thing which I want to add, like, whatever we are facing in our lives, it's like, again, God sent, because he is testing us if we are able to went through this, and he is giving on us and sending for us whatever we have, because he know that we can overcome this. Just it's the matter of how you are going to do this, right? So this is the things, like, stay positive, keep going, be trust in God, trust in yourself, trust in that whatever you face, it's just for good. So, like, and always be grateful, always be grateful. That's it.
Wow, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. Those were really powerful, and I love that they are foundational, like, and they are principled strategies. So that means they can work at any time, regardless of even your disposition to life or your religion to life or the way you see things. Like, if you, at least if you believe that there is a God, because I don't know how people that believe that there's, I don't know how they cope. Like, I don't know. Like, I sometimes I shiver when I think about it. Like, wait, oh, so somebody now is here and says there is no God. Like, what are they holding on to as hope
Yeah.
to look forward to tomorrow? Like, how? Man, I feel bad for them, but honestly. So, but but like you said, be grateful, be positive, and just make a decision. Know that you are in charge. Don't even try to do the blame game. Don't, because you have the power to change the direction of your life just by a single decision. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Indira, for sharing. Favor, share with us what are some steps, and I know that you are now even in a better position. Apart from your experience, you are now currently training as a psychologist, so I'm sure you've picked up one or two tools to help people go through adversities. Can you share with us?
Okay, so I'm not going to share anything principle. I'm going to just talk about what worked for me. Yeah. So last year I I had a meltdown, which you know about, and I lost myself again. But what I did was I committed to healing. Yeah, I committed to healing, and that commitment can look like a lot of things to many people. For me, it looked like seeking therapy. Yeah, it was necessary that I sought professional help. I didn't want to now do it by myself
Wing
again,
it.
because yes, because in 2019 I had walked out of a marriage. I didn't go through therapy. And then in 2022, I was going through another bout of breakdown, and I knew that now you're going to hit your breaking point or get your breaking point or your rock bottom if you don't
Get
seek out
help.
therapy. Yes. And that singular thing that I did, I didn't sustain the therapy for a long time because it was really expensive and I was not financially stable to sustain it. But after my first session and the second session, I was able to see things the way they were. Because for the longest time, I was blaming
Living
myself for
in
the things
denial.
that happened,
Mm.
the things
Mm.
that happened in my marriage, the things that happened even before my marriage. I mean, how can you blame yourself for being raped by pedophiles? What could you have done? What could an 8-year-old could have done? You know, to be raped. But I was just putting all the blames on myself. I'm
On
never the kind that
yourself.
blames others, but I'm the kind that blames myself for everything. Yeah, and taking responsibility is very good, but there's a point where it gets it becomes very
A
very
burden.
bad.
Yeah.
Yes. So my therapist helped me to identify the roles that everybody played in what happened. Because she was like, Chinaza, I'm going to show you where you were wrong and where every other person was wrong so that you can take responsibility
Your
for
own
the right thing.
responsibility. I don't
Yes,
carry
don't
other people's
carry.
responsibilities.
Exactly. So after that session, the burden was almost lifted because I saw that, okay, I'm not responsible for this person's shortcomings. It's not in my place to fix anybody. Yeah. And also, when I left in 2019, one of the things that I did that helped me to gain confidence in myself again was committing to self love. Oh my goodness, I loved myself to pieces. I said, you see, this period, Kai, this love I was looking for in a man, soon as you're going to give it to yourself.
To yourself.
Yes. And I became a little bit selfish, you can say, but it was the good kind of selfish. I looked out for myself. I looked out for my happiness, what made me happy, what mattered to me. For a long time, I was just doing the things that made me happy. I was just dancing to songs that made me happy. I was reading books and watching movies and going to places that made me happy. So that helped me to begin to find myself again. And one of the things that I really, really love to do is spending time in nature. It is so therapeutic, but I don't know why many people do not know about it. Spending time with nature. Gosh, I think it's expertly proven there is this pheromone or sense that trees emit or
Ex-
ooze.
mm.
Yes, that is therapeutic. People don't really know it. So I go to where there are greeneries, especially jungles or forests. Like I'm a frequent visitor at the Lekki Conservation Center because it's green. I just go into the wild and relax, hear the birds, reflect. Because in psychology, we don't joke with introspection, we don't joke with reflection. These are practices that help you to ask the right questions and get the right answers. More like
Answers.
meditation. Yeah, meditating on the journey so far, meditating on the things that are happening, things that have happened, meditating on what can happen. Yeah. So for me, reflection has really, really helped me. Meditation has really, really helped me. And it's not a practice that I started long, long ago. But the day I started, I was wondering why I didn't know about it, why I hadn't even
Before.
started earlier.
Earlier.
Yeah, because in Christianity we frown at
Some,
the
yeah, the
religious people
mm.
frown at meditation. Yeah, but I mean, it is what is going to set you free. In all
Yeah.
honesty, even the Bible says, meditate on
Meditate
this
on it
word
day and night.
day and night. So,
Day and night.
yes. And I'm wondering where they got that it's evil, it's devilish. I don't get it, Sha.
It's the
Thank God
work
I've
of the devil
moved
now.
away. It's not what I'm so glad I've been able to break the
Twisting the truth
shackles of
to make it a little bit
yes.
of lie.
Yeah, I'm glad I've been able to break the shackles of religion because one of the reasons I left was, in fact, one of the things that made me to leave was when I damned the consequences of living.
Really.
Yes. It's like if I perish, I perish.
To
But in this
perish.
hell, I cannot be here anymore. And I already had a lot of following on Facebook at the time. So I didn't even care what anybody would say. I did
Mm.
not give a damn. Because if anything happened to me tomorrow or
Hey,
that time,
they'll say, yeah,
they
why
would
did
say,
she leave? Why did she
yes.
stay there? Why was she silent?
Yeah, why was she silent? She was such a nice girl. She was so
Hey.
inspiring. And me, I'll be alive to keep inspiring you. I'll not die for you to be inspired. Yes. So
Mm.
I had to consciously break down that mindset. I stigmatized myself and I killed that stigma right there and then. And
Mm.
that is why when people see me talk about being a single mom, I'm 100% sure that they cannot understand where my pride in being a single mom is coming from. I'm sure they don't know it. They don't understand it. I mean, how can she be so proud that she's a mom without. And
Mm.
one thing I've learned is when people see how you move on, they'll move on too with you. You are overthinking getting up. People are
Mm.
overthinking getting up. Oh, I've fallen, I've fallen, I've fallen. People are saying that I've fallen. People are, for what it's worth, people are busy. And for the less busy ones who are paying attention to you, if you stand up in power, they will
They will
be
stand with.
short
They will be the one to
forever. They will
even.
have
They will
nothing
give
to
you. They
say.
will be the one to give you
To even clap for
accolades.
you.
So wow, wow,
Yes.
wow! I knew it. I knew she was a strong woman.
And exactly, actually, you did not know anything. Let's tell ourselves the truth. You knew nothing. But I stood up, and last year I finally told my Facebook family, my social media family that I was going to get married. Because for the last 3 years, I was posting pictures of my baby and I without the father. And those
Mm.
also who know I was married were asking,
Why
who
is
is
the
this one you're
daddy?
not posting your. Yes. And anybody that came close to me, they would ask the person, where is Chinaza's husband? Why is she always posting her baby? Rumors and gossip were going around.
Everywhere.
So I finally told them, I said, all of you, I am no longer this, so stop asking questions. And the way I quickly moved on made them have nothing to talk about. Instead, all they saw was strength.
Mm.
All they saw was strength and not pity. Because I didn't tell myself from a place of weakness.
Pity.
I'm an overcomer. I've gone through it. I've gotten stronger, and you are too small to make me feel little.
Mm.
You, now, I don't live for people anymore. So being able to live my truth and own it is the most freeing thing I have done in my
Everything,
life. And
absolutely.
at this point, I'm making decisions I know that are best for me, are best for my son. Yeah, and not what I feel is best for
For
people's
people.
perception of me. No, I like that you said that. I told them that all these pedestals you're putting me on, I'll not be me carrying myself go there. Oh. I'm the one.
You are on your
I'm
own.
I'm on my own. No, you are the one assuming. So stop assuming. I'm as human as you are, and I'm so thankful that they are getting it, and not
Mm.
just with me, but applying it to their lives and other people that they get
That
in
are around
contact
them.
with.
Wow.
Yes. So
Fantastic.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Like this has been a fantastic conversation. And thank you for sharing from a place of strength. Thank you for sharing from your heart. Thank you for being vulnerable because I know it's not easy to come up openly and say some of these things, to say you have failed before. I mean, sometimes when we talk about the failure thing, but but I'm grateful that you still for it's still like, oh, sometimes you're still there, sometimes you still go through those down moments and everything, and it's normal, it's okay, but knowing that, see, I'm not living for anybody. I just need to do it. And like Indira says, it's like, I do it. If it works, good. If it doesn't, well, bye, next. We move on. Like, there's no need to hold on to what is not serving you anymore. Thank you so much, my beautiful sisters. Thank you, guys. I hope that you've had, some value drop for you tonight. If you're still here, and you have any question quickly, let's take one or two and then we call it a night because it's been a long night and it's past midnight and Indira needs to go home and Favor needs to go and sleep. So, guys, any question for my beautiful sisters? If there are none, no problem. Thank you for being here. Tomorrow we continue again, but tomorrow we go back to the usual time, which will be 5 p.m. West African time, 8 p.m. Dubai time. That's where we're having it tomorrow. And then the grand finale on Saturday, which is going to be 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Dubai time, and that will be 10 a.m. West African time on Saturday. So Saturday morning, I believe, I hope. I hope I'm correct. I'll check the timing again. I hope I'm correct. I'll check the timing again. So please join us again tomorrow or and next tomorrow as we round off this Becoming Summit 4.0. Once again, thank you so much, Chinaza Favour. Thank you so much, Indira Segini.
Thank you, EJ.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for hosting this. It's very thoughtful of you to use your birth period to inspire others and to lift other women up, and maybe even the males too. Thank you
Yeah,
for actually thinking that through. And I'm
thank
so
you.
happy to be here. Like I always jump on every opportunity to have you as my host because it's always an honor to have you.
Thank you. Thank you so
And
much.
Indira, thank you so much for sharing. I learned a lot from you. And I think what stood out for me in your session was not blaming others and knowing that whatever that happens to us, whatever we allow to happen to our lives or to us is a result of our decisions. So we can decide whether we want to remain where we are or to move ahead. That really stood out for me. Taking advantage and taking responsibility for your life. That's basically what it is. So thank you, really.
Thank you,
It's
EJ.
it's
Yes,
been a pleasure, um, doing this with you.
yeah, thank you so much, EJ. But actually, for me, it was the first time ever. I never did any streaming. I was never
Wow,
invited by anyone, so you were the first.
awesome.
Yes, and it's really nice. No, I will tell you guys because in I don't know, in my country we're not that much active. I mean, in the podcast, I mean active as I am. So yes, there is kind of a pre-recorded YouTube, let's say, videos and all that stuff. But it's absolutely different feeling whenever you are streaming, and you can like you know, live your life just now, favor. I mean, you get? I mean, I walked with you through the whole story. I mean, I lived. I
Yeah,
was diving in, and as I told you, it's really great experience. Thank you so much, EJ, for
thank you.
hosting. And I believe that it's something really beautiful for people to be, somehow inspired, to be motivated. That not all of us were, to be honest, yes, we have some struggles, but not everyone have passed through something really serious, like for instance
Yes,
favor or me. Whoever
yes,
give for millions and millions dirhams checks for someone, I mean,
yeah.
as one of experiences. So like there is a lot of lessons to learn, like don't be stupid. Don't be think upfront, know what you do, whenever you are going to try something new, right? And at the end of the day, whenever you're facing something, like be brave, take decisions, stay active, stay positive, right? And all of us, we need to have kind of a reminder to focus. And thanks to such a podcast like you are doing, and thanks to for you that you allow people to share, to let's say, spread the word, because really all of us, we have our voice, we really have something to tell, to share, to to let people avoid.
Yeah, avoid the kind of
I'm
mistakes
sorry.
that
So
we,
so yeah,
yeah,
so that's why it's really really important. Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you so
fantastic.
much. I
Thank you,
really
thank you.
love you so much.
Love you. Thank you so much. Do have a fantastic night rest. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. Hopefully, we get to do something together again very soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye. All right, awesome guys. Thank you so much for being here today. I really do hope that this session has been of a blessing to you. I have been blessed by the stories that these women have shared with us today. If you're catching the replay right now, do well to drop a message in the comment section if something dropped for you. If you have a question or if you have a contribution to make, please do so and type it in the comment section. And remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. There will be a lot of events coming up in the next couple of weeks because again, officially we're using this summit as well to launch the energetic tribe, and a lot is going to be happening in the energetic tribe because we're using the platform to actually I'm using the community to create a platform for people who really want to live life to the fullest. So they are not afraid to take up opportunities. And if nobody is calling them for opportunities, they are not afraid to create the opportunities for themselves. So there will be a lot of events coming up. There'll be a lot of features coming up. People who have a story to tell or who have something to teach and they're looking for platforms to do that. The energetic tribe is here for you to be able to come out of your shell, to share your genius with the world, to share the gift that you have with the world. Because, see, believe it or not, you have a gift. You have something special. There is something that only you can do the way that only you can do it. So, even if there's a million people doing that same thing, there's no other person that does it exactly the way that you do it. And because of that, it means that that thing that makes you unique is the thing that makes you a blessing to a lot of people. So don't hide it, don't keep it to yourself. And it is in the using of that gift, it's in the using of that uniqueness, it is in the expressing of that uniqueness that you become better at using it, you become better, you expand your influence, you expand your impact. And of course, when your impact and your influence expands, it is only natural that your income would expand as well. So sometimes don't put the cart before the wheel. Like, don't always search money, 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 money. Build value, 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 value. And then you position yourself to attract money, 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 money. All right. I hope that this has been a blessing to you. I'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow we are back to the normal time, which is 5 p.m. West African time, 8 p.m. GST. And tomorrow I have two beautiful ladies again that are going to be joining us. And then on Saturday, we have it in the afternoon. That's 1 p.m. West African time, and I think 10 a.m. UAE time. Okay. And then on Saturday morning, 6 a.m. West African time, 9 a.m. UAE time, we're having a workout session. This is a new initiative for the tribe, which is the weekend workout with the energetic ages. So if you want to shake your body, I know 6 a.m. is kind of early, but please, you can do that for your health once a week, especially for you who do not always work out all through the week. This one day, give yourself 30 minutes only. Wake up earlier, do the exercise. You can decide to go back to bed if you want. But of course, we're going to be having a session shortly after. So you don't need to go back to bed. Just join us, just go and freshen up, and we come back for the live session and the grand finale of the Becoming Summit. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a fantastic night rest. Bye bye.